morning. My name is Anand Varghese, and sort of a combination of my parents' choices and my last name mean that I'm the only person between you and the actual substance of the conference, so I'll get along really quickly. I'm here representing the US Institute of Peace. And I want to echo all of the sponsors here and say how excited we are to be helping in some way and to be really part of this. I'm here with my colleague Noel Dickover and Nancy Payne. We'll be here for the 2 days and we'll be able to answer some questions about the Institute. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about what I think is our most exciting and most certainly our most relevant to this group project called the Peace Tech Lab. But before I go into some detail, to those of you who don't know, the US Institute of Peace is a federally funded independent organization that is dedicated to nonviolently helping prevent and mitigate conflict around the world. And I work in our Peace Tech team. The Peace Tech team was created around 6 years ago based on a simple but profound fact that I'm sure animates all of the work that you all do here today. And that is that the business of conflict management is changing fundamentally because of technologies. In the places that we work around the world, we're seeing technologies empowering conflict-affected communities to take them from victims to the first responders and ultimately to become the peace builders on the ground where they work. And the Peace Tech Lab is a project that is meant to bolster and support this dynamic. I don't have a ton of time, but I figured I would just leave you with about 4 principles, 4 pillars upon which we're creating this lab. The lab will be a physical space that is dedicated to designing, developing, and deploying technology, media, and data-based tools for conflict management. And the first pillar of our work will be to convene a diverse group across sectors and across countries, technologists, engineers, data scientists, along with experts in conflict management from NGOs, from international organizations, from government, and from the conflict zones themselves. And we'll be using technology in creating these tools to really connect every day with the ground truth from these conflict zones. We believe, as I'm sure all of you do today, that we can't create these tools unless they're really rooted in the needs and the day-to-day struggles of peace builders around the world. What's the business of the lab? It will be to build, as I said, media, technology, and data-based tools. But we'll be doing this with an awareness of the limitations and the needs of 1G environments where peace builders work. We'll also be using the lab to scale these technologies where appropriate across conflict zones, to take lessons and tools that we've learned in one place and apply it in other places. And finally, we want the lab to be a place that inspires a global network of technology-empowered peace builders. That means people like you, to continue to develop the tools that will empower other peace builders. We want to be a support network for you, give you the resources and the tools that you need, and help you wherever possible. With that, I'm coming to the end of my talk. That's a quick overview. I haven't been able to give you a lot of detail about the lab, but Noel and Nancy will be here for the next 2 days. Please look us up. We'd like your feedback, your questions. We're fairly deep into the planning of the lab. We think it should be open by about June of 2015. And we really want your input helping us to sort of network the future and distribute it a little bit more. And thank you for your time. Thank you to Elena and to Rodrigo and to all the others who are putting this conference together. We're really happy to be part of it.